Quick, graph y equals 1/3 times the natural log of x by hand, two different ways. This is part of the family of functions series. You will need graph paper, or you can download this PDF and print it. Press pause as needed anytime during this video. The first way is with the natural log dance. Y equals the natural log of x has an asymptote at x equals 0, the y-axis. The factor of 1/3, the coefficient here, does not affect the asymptote, so we'll go ahead and draw in our asymptote. The origin will still be at 0, 0, unaffected by that factor of 1/3, so we'll plot that, because all points will be plotted relative to the origin. Please recall that the natural log of x and e to the x are inverses of each other. That is, we interchange the x and y coordinates. And these are the powers of e that we're supposed to know. So we need to know how to know those and then also be able to interchange them. Normally, on natural log, it would be right 1 up 0. And in this case, it will also be right 1 up 0. That 1/3 times 0 does not affect it. Normally it's right e up 1, but in this case it's going to be right e up 1/3, and e is about 2.7. Normally right e squared up 2, and e squared is about 7.4, so 7.4 up 2/3 in this case. Normally e to the -1 down 1, and the reciprocal of e is 0.4, so we'll go 0.4 down 1/3 because of that third factor. And right e to the -2 down 2 becomes right e to the -2, which is about 0.14, and down only 2/3. Go ahead and connect the points using the asymptote as a boundary line, and compare it to the blue parent function. You can see that the y values in blue multiplied by 1/3 are the green y values, not just for these points, but for all points. Second way, using a table, again, these are the powers of e. And also recall that the natural log and e to the x are inverses of each other. We interchange the x and y coordinates. So this is the table of the natural log, and we keep the x coordinates the same and multiply each y value by 1/3, that coefficient again. So 2 times 1/3 is 2/3, so we'll plot 7.4, 2/3. 1 times 1/3 is 1/3, 2.7, 1/3. So go ahead and pause the video, finish these 3 points and plot them, and resume when you're ready to go. 0 times 1/3 is 0, so 1, 0. -1 times 1/3 is -1/3, so 0.4, -1/3. And -2 times 1/3 is -2/3, 0.14, -2/3. Draw the asymptote, which is the y-axis, the line x equals 0, and use that as a boundary line when you connect the points. And we'll compare it to y equals natural log of x, the parent function in blue. Now you try one. Graph y equals 1/2 times the natural log of x. Use either method or both for the practice. Press pause to do this and then resume when you're finished to check your answer. And here's your answer in green compared to the parent function in blue.